your YouTube, search for
Forest Federation.
watch on your big screen.
Or another device if you're at home.
Get yourself comfy, this could take a while. What a happy scene. Something new every day for your long-term memory. This is so exciting, it is nearly time for a
Forest
assembly. Is that Mrs. Wing? Mrs. Wing, turn the music back on, please. Is that Mrs. Doherty? Turn it back on, please. Xavier, what are you playing at? Turn it back on. Rian, enough is enough. Back on, please. Miss Nisbet, CJ. Make the right choice, please. Hey everyone, and welcome to another Forest Federation Celebration Assembly. It's our very first one of the new school year. We're not quite ready for certificates, but we are ready to do lots of celebrating. So, 6 short words that drive our lives. Every day in our schools, we want children and staff to feel, be and become. Our school motto is. Our school curriculum is. Thank you everyone. We've had a long time away from schools at Newton and Stukely. We've missed you. The adults in school have really missed you. We're sad to lose the year 6s last year. We're happy to get lots of new reception children in this year and other children that have joined in different year groups. I'm going to explain what's going to happen in our assemblies, the different things that are going to happen in our celebration assemblies. So listen really carefully. Now remember, I know you're watching this on a screen. You might be at home, you might be at school, but it is an assembly. And I say this to your teachers a lot. You need to treat it like you would with Miss Barry in the hall, or with me in the hall, or Mrs. Taylor in the hall, or Mrs. Daly. If you've got an adult in the hall leading an assembly, please treat this like that. There'll be a few giggles and a few silly bits, but for the most part, you really need to focus and listen to what's going on. Right, let's start off with what's been happening in our schools this week. Stukely and Newton. Schools in our fine nation, Stukely and Newton, the Forest Federation. Okay, well this week has really been about getting back into school. After 5 and a bit weeks away, we all needed a bit of routine back, whether we like it or not. So we teachers had a day in school, first of all, to get things ready. Lots of teachers have been in lots over the summer as well. And then we all came back. Here are some photos of Newton and Stukely children getting stuck back in. Really proud to see everyone, really pleased to get you all back in the building. We also, at Stukely, invited in all the reception families to come and meet us to talk to us. At Newton, we went to the houses of the families of children that were coming, and also at Newton, our reception children had their first afternoons in school. Yes, they did, with a little photo op. We've got that coming up at Stukely next week too. And also this week, with all the other learning and the playtimes and the great things that went on, every class in the school, nearly every class in the school, read this book, Hermelin, about a detective mouse. It's an absolutely brilliant book. We're reading it from our youngest children all the way up to our oldest children, and we're using it as our first writing unit. Remember this, because it's coming up at the end of assembly too. Okay, let's switch straight on to our good friend, the Forest Federation Sports Report. I love this tune. Okay, we've only been back a few days. Some clubs have started up. Yes, they have. We've had Molka Club starting up at both schools. We had a bit of table tennis at Newton. We are going to have more clubs coming in over the next few days and weeks. Keep an eye on the dojo, keep an eye on your emails. It's going to be great at both schools. Lots for people to do, children to come along to, families to come along to. Keep an eye out on that. Talking about Molka Club, if you want to join this year, anyone can come to Molka Club for free. But because I want to keep giving people incentives, and because I want to keep running tournaments and having trophies, there's a membership scheme now. So for £5, and that's for the whole year, that's not for 1 week, that's for the whole year. For £5, you can come along and play Molka, but also enter all the tournaments, earn loads of Molks, which is our currency, use those Molks to buy the merch, which I'm a little bit obsessed with, and also take part in all the challenges where you can just win spot prizes. So that's the change to Molka this year. The merch catalogue is extensive, that's all I can say. Look what our Molka Club got up to over the summer. We had Grace from Stukely Forest Federation Molka Club taking her T-shirt to France. She also played on the beach in Clacton, and here's her getting the middle pin. That's a great shot, that one, Grace. Frankie and Hallie, brother and sister, played quite a bit of Molk, and Frankie, yeah, we know the score, Frank. Couple of middle pins there, great technique. Ezra, he attempted something quite bizarre with his family. Not sure they're the right conditions for playing Molka, but Theo and Elliot, they haven't been to a Molka Club session yet at Newton, but I hope they do soon, because they are great at playing. Hudson, that's a bit of a cheeky trick shot. Yes, it is. I like what you've done there, Hudson. Sadie, you are playing like somebody that wants to win the title at some point. Yes, you are. Freddie went to France. What were they doing? Playing Molka. Freddie's just joined up club at Newton. And also Emily, she went to Spain. Only took a Molka bookmark. Yes, she did. I've got more videos and photos to put out there, including Mrs. Curtis from Stukely. She's an honorary member of the Forest Federation Molka Club. She took her Molka merch to Australia, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, she did. More to come on that. Anyway, thanks to everyone that joined in with the fun. You will be rewarded for that. Oh, let's not forget this trick shot. Miss Ellery, that's pretty impressive. Yes, it is. Okay. Job done there. Just before we finish Sports Report, we've got lots coming up over the next few weeks and months. The Federation Prediction League is coming back. And let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be bigger and better than ever before. We're going to have the weekly prizes, which you all love. But this year, instead of saying it's from Home Bargains, but it's in an apple bag, instead of saying that, we're going to say, or I'm going to say, we're going to say, it's in an apple bag, and you say, but it's from Home Bargains. Yes, you do. It's going to be, I'm just trying to mix things up a bit to keep the momentum going. We're also going to have a cup competition with the Prediction League this year. And I've got something up my sleeve, which hopefully will involve Mr. Watley. in terms of the prizes, because we know he's a big fan of them. We're going to send out information about the Prediction League next week, so we can get you all stuck in for the first fixture. I think that's it on the FPL. Another congratulations to Mr. Walcott, who absolutely rocked it last
Be
season.
kind, work hard and aim high. Be kind, work hard and aim high. Be kind, work hard and aim high. Who shall we celebrate? Be kind, work hard and aim high. Be kind, work hard and aim high. Be kind, work hard and aim high. Who shall we celebrate?
Okay guys, we've got a brand new certificate this year. We don't have separate Be Kind, Work Hard, Aim High. This year, it's a general certificate. So, just going to cover the side up. It says, Be Kind, Work Hard, Aim High at the top. And your teachers, your adults can choose any reason to celebrate you. It doesn't have to match one of those. Okay, we're just trying to generalise it a bit. There's still going to be about 3 each week. There might be a couple more some weeks, about 3 each week. But here's the twist. It's not going to have a Forest Federation 50 on the back. No, it's at the side. So it's now got the Forest Federation funds at the side, and you're going to snip it off. Yes, you are. You're also going to scratch off your little silver wheel, gold circle, and you're going to find a member of staff under there. Now, here's the extra bit of fun for this year. Every class are going to try and collect as many members of staff as they can. So every week we want you to find out who you've got on your certificate, and hopefully you'll get as many different people as possible. You should all have one of these posters in your room somewhere. I did bring them round. If you haven't got it up in your room, ask your teacher to get it there quick sharp. That's going to be blue tacked up. It says, which staff have we collected? So every Friday, when you work out what you've got, if it's a new person, one of you or your teacher will write it on here, and we'll see which class can collect the most members of staff by Christmas. If you get the most members of staff by Christmas, there will be a prize. Yes, there will. Probably from Home Bargains. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so that's it for certificates. They start next week. We're going to have the different year groups and classes and all that kind of stuff, so you can fast forward it, but that's that. Right, now let's talk about celebrations outside of school. I want more this year. I want your families to tell me more.
Wonderful times outside of both our schools. Wonderful times outside of both our schools.
Okay, starting off with Estella. In year 1 now, she learnt to ride her bike over the summer without stabilisers. That's such a proud moment for any child and some adults, so well done, Estella. Emily, year 3 now at Stukely. You just got not star of the day, not star of the week, star of the year for your acro class. Well done, Emily. Indy, year 3. Now you got your level 6 swimming and your Go Ape experience completed over the summer. Well done, Indy. Luca and Maria, brother and sister, now year 1 and year 5, I think. You just ran a 5k, I think it was a mud run. Anyway, a 5k run and raised money for cancer research. I think you got £750, which is brilliant. Well done, you two. Your family are very proud. And Zelda, now in year 4, and Gwilym in year 2. You were busy over the summer. Zelda went paddleboarding in Wales, and Gwilym got a couple of points, earned a couple of points at Camp Kindling. That we need to talk about, Gwilym, because that fascinates me. So well done, everyone. I think that's it for the shout-outs. They came in, trickled in all over the summit. If I've missed any, please give me a nudge and I'll get them in next week. I do apologise. Right, that's it for shout out. Get them in. We've now got the sports season starting back up. Football's back up. One of my favourite sports, but there are others. Loads of clubs are starting. Weather's not becoming
Hey, hey, hey,
too
it's time to
encouraging,
say,
so
let's
if you're doing
celebrate a
great things
birthday.
indoors,
Hey, 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 it's time to say, let's
Okay,
celebrate a
let's move on
birthday.
to
Come on!
birthdays. Okay, happy birthday today and over the next few days to Evelyn in year 1 at Stukely, Connor in year 2, Ada in year 1, Gabby in year 5, Ethan in year 1, and also Abdul, who's in reception, just starting at Newton, and Aurora in year 2 at Newton. Happy birthday to all of you for this today and this next few days. Next Friday we do our next lot. Yes, we will. Okay, we're going to finish with the don't forget bit, but it's basically challenges. It's massive, huge challenges, and it is very, very exciting. Okay, first of all, I can't say too much about this because I haven't quite worked it out yet. But I'm hoping that next week we are going to start the sorbet challenge. Sorbet is like an icy ice cream. That's the way I'll describe it. Let's have a quick vote in class. Do you prefer sorbet or ice cream? And if you don't know what sorbet is really, just vote for ice cream. If you don't like either, don't put your hand up. Hands up for sorbet. Hands up for ice cream. Yeah. Okay. We're going to do the sorbet challenge next week. It's nothing to do with actual sorbet. We're just using the SORBET quite cleverly. That's all I'm going to tell you. I think it's going to be one of the greatest things we've ever done. And if it's not, we'll just say it is to convince ourselves, won't we? Yeah, so that's the first thing. Secondly, this is a real challenge, hopefully starting next week as well. I said we'd all been reading Hermelin, right? This is a photo of the book, but also this is a part of the book, one of my favourite parts. This is where there's a notice board, I think it's on Offaly Street, and there are loads of messages from people who've lost things and they need them to be found. I was reading this book to Juniper class at Newton yesterday. Yeah. And I thought, why don't we have our own notice boards at Stukely and Newton? Try and find people's stuff. So, coming next week, we're going to have a Stukely notice board and a Newton notice board. And every week, something is going to go missing. I'm going to be in charge of this, so I don't want anybody to try and be clever and make things go missing. If I find out you've done that, you'll spoil what we're doing, and there'll be consequences. So please let us run with this because I've got a plan. On the board, messages will appear of things that have gone missing. And I wonder if we can find them around school. Exciting, eh? Okay. And finally, just before we go, a big thank you to Imogen, who's now in year 2 at Stukely. I think she's in Maple class. Now last year, if you remember, here's a picture. Imogen, actually, I'm not going to put the picture there because I've got one in my hand. Imogen made me so many clothes out of cardboard. I dressed up in them. I scared a lot of people, but it was great fun. Imogen, as a final kind of gift, or is it, has made me a cardboard picture frame. It even stands up. And there's a picture of me and Imogen there. Can we see that? Yeah, isn't that great? That's genuinely one of the greatest things I've received. Thanks, Imogen. One day I'll dress up as Card Man again. Yeah. So, final challenge for you, and please don't start it yet. The Hermelin challenge starts next week. The sorbet challenge starts next week. This next card challenge, please don't start it yet, but all I can tell you is this. Because lots of you, not just Imogen, had fun making stuff out of card. This year, we're going to take a whole year. We are going to make the whole of Stukely Meadows Primary School and the whole of Newton Primary School out of card. I kid you not, this is a dream that I have had for a long time. I've worked in schools for over 20 years. And when I first started working in schools, I did model making and DT and building and stuff, and I really wanted to make a model of my classroom a few years ago, and I think we did it at Willingham. Mr. Watley, I think you and I did that at Willingham, made models of our classrooms. Anyway, we're going to make models of the entire school. It's going to be incredible. The rules I'll give you next week, and I'm going to need you all, and I'm deadly serious, all of you to make stuff at home. So, and little things, teeny little things. So we're going to need cardboard, probably masking tape. Don't do anything yet. Just get pumped. Just get excited. Talk to the expert if you need any help, but it's going to be great, and I am super excited. I think this needs to go up, you know. Where do I stand? I stand here. So it kind of needs to go there, doesn't it? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, that's it. I know that was loads of info. We're going to get back in the swing next week. It's going to be great. Lots coming up at both schools. Please make sure your families read the Stukely Standard and Newton News. Please make sure they keep an eye on the dojo, read emails. Be kind, work hard, aim high, everyone. This year is going to be one of our best. I promise you. Cannot wait to get properly stuck in. Have a good one.